Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how AWS CloudFront works internally. Most engineers see it as a black box, but getting this wrong costs you in both latency and egress fees. Because a single misconfigured cache policy can either skyrocket your origin load or deliver stale data to your users worldwide. Let us break down the architecture that powers content delivery for millions of users. Here is how CloudFront actually works. In this video, we will explore the anatomy of an edge location, the role of regional edge caches, how DNS routing handles global requests, the request lifecycle, and production-grade cache strategies. Watch the full video without skipping any content to understand it better. Before we get into the topic, a small request to you. I have already uploaded many technical videos on different technologies and tools. We share more knowledgeable content every day. So if you are interested in learning and want to improve your skills, make sure you have subscribed to our channel and joined our WhatsApp community. The join link is available in the description or scan the QR code shown on the screen. Let us get started. Think about a user in Tokyo accessing a server in Northern Virginia. The signal has to travel across the Pacific Ocean and across the United States. That is a round trip of over 200 milliseconds. In the world of web performance, 200 milliseconds is an eternity. Without a content delivery network, your static assets like images, videos, and scripts are stuck behind this physical distance. That is exactly the problem CloudFront solves. What is CloudFront really? It is a global content delivery network that caches your content at servers closer to your users. Think of it like a global library system. Instead of every student in the world flying to one central library in London to read a book, the library keeps popular copies in local neighborhood branches everywhere. When a user requests data, they get it from the nearest branch, not the central hub. This is how CloudFront moves your content from your origin server to the edge of the internet. How does this work internally? CloudFront uses a three-tier hierarchy. You have your origin server, which is the source of truth. Then you have regional edge caches, which are larger cache clusters that aggregate requests. Finally, you have edge locations, which are the points of presence that users actually hit. This architecture ensures that even if a specific edge location is under heavy load, the regional edge cache acts as a buffer to protect your origin from being overwhelmed. To get started, you use the AWS CLI to create a distribution. On the first line, we specify the command to create the resource. The origin domain name points to your S3 bucket or your custom load balancer. We set the default root object to index.html. So the browser knows what to fetch. Finally, the enable flag ensures the distribution is active immediately upon creation. Once you run that command, you receive a JSON response. The most important fields are the distribution ID and the status. Note that the status is in progress because CloudFront is currently propagating your configuration to hundreds of edge locations globally. This usually takes a few minutes to complete. In production, you never rely on default cache settings. Here, we define a cache policy with a maximum time to live of 1 year or 31 million seconds. This is ideal for version static assets like CSS files with hashes in their names. The default time to live is set to 1 day, which is a safe baseline for general web content. This configuration ensures your origin is hit as rarely as possible. Applying this policy immediately improves your cache hit ratio. By having a long max time to live, your content stays in the edge locations longer. This reduces the latency for your users and significantly lowers your data transfer costs from the origin server. Consider an online streaming platform serving 5 million concurrent viewers. During live event launches, their origin server would crash under the weight of millions of simultaneous requests. They solved this by implementing CloudFront with Origin Shield. Origin Shield acts as a centralized cache layer in front of the origin, aggregating requests from all regional caches. The result was a 95% reduction in origin load, allowing them to sustain massive traffic surges without downtime. What are the common pitfalls? First, setting the time to live too low for static assets forces the edge to revalidate with the origin constantly. Second, ignoring cache key headers leads to cache fragmentation where different versions of the same file are cached separately. Third, failing to handle 404 error caching can result in negative caching, where a temporary blip in your backend makes the edge location cache a permanent error for your users. Fix these by using proper cache policies and error response configurations. When should you use CloudFront? Use it when you are serving static content to a global audience, or when you need to protect your origin from traffic spikes. Do not use it for highly dynamic content that changes per request, like personalized user dashboard data, unless you have configured complex cache keys. Also, if your origin server is already in the same region as your users, adding a CDN might actually introduce unnecessary complexity and cost without meaningful latency gains. Use these criteria to decide if this tool is right for your situation. To wrap up, remember that CloudFront reduces latency by caching at the edge. Always use Origin Shield to protect your backend during traffic spikes. Proper time to live management is vital for your infrastructure costs. Finally, always use custom cache policies to exert full control over how your content is stored. You now have the knowledge to configure highly efficient global content delivery. If you liked the video, if you found this video helpful and you think it can help others, I believe this video will definitely be a useful video. If you liked the video, please do like and hype the video. Also share it with your friends and groups. It may be useful to somebody else. If you have any doubts or any requests, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you have subscribed to stay updated for our regular videos. Join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description because we share more knowledgeable content every day. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.